Holy Toledo, that sure is loud. Or at least it's loud compared to what it should be. Sounds like we might have a small leak. Yeah, as you can see, we got the muffler here. A couple little holes in her. Nothing super major. Definitely could let it go for a while. But yeah, today we're going to replace this muffler assembly here. Everything else looks okay. Before it does get real loud and then we start being in trouble with the police. Now, this is the stock factory exhaust, and yeah, when they built it at the factory they just used a one piece from the muffler here all the way back to through the tailpipe, so it's one continuous piece. Well, since this needs to be replaced, we gotta replace this and the tailpipe. Be sure that the muffler is cool, and this is cold to the touch, so we're ready to go. First things first is we're gonna soak these nuts and bolts with a good old PB Blaster. So after all that I had said about taking the bolts out, this one here is really seized, and I stripped out somebody else stripped out the head before me. This one is becoming stripped, and I can barely budge it, even with a pry bar. Same with the other one. So we're gonna go to a more drastic approach. We're gonna cut these suckers off. Now we're gonna have to be careful because we want to reuse this. We don't give a rat's butt about this though. So we're gonna start here. Be sure you wear your safety goggles for this. Well, after about 4 hours and 5 Sawzall blades, I finally got these bolts out. Exhaust bracket undone. I have one more up there, and there's one way in the back. And this heat shield thing looks like it clips on. Well, that's not going back on, so extra scrap, I guess. Another college engineering's greatest ideas. So here's the new one with the old one. Finally, as you can see, that's where the hole was, right there. A couple pinholes over here. So yeah, that's the new one. It's in 2 pieces. Alright, next thing you want to do is make sure that all the old gasket is off of your existing surface. Alright. Okay. Now that that's kind of hanging there, we need a gasket and a bolt. Ouch. Alright. Alright, now that I got those 3 bolts in, I gotta tighten them down next. Ow! I just hit. Okay, now that that's tight, we got to move to the back of the van.
So this is like a stealth now, right?
It should be. I was reading the chart at Speedy there. I was talking about how this exhaust system is new and improved. It's quieter than before. Alright, and that wraps up this how-to video, how to replace your muffler. Let's see if it's any quieter. Definitely louder because all the exhaust sound is going out of the tailpipe. Much more throaty, much more characteristic of the Astro van.